Why dogs are secretly winning the internet. Zero wow intro. We've all been there. You grab your phone for what you swear will be a quick 5-minute break, and 45 minutes later, you snap out of a digital trance, having scrolled through an endless feed of dogs. Dogs using soundboards to talk. Dogs acing elaborate obstacle courses in the living room. Dogs just sleeping at an impressively weird angle. If you feel like our digital world has gone to the dogs, well, you're not wrong. Hook. You've seen them, that bottomless scroll of perfect pups on your feed, from goofy golden retrievers to impeccably dressed French bulldogs. Cats may have given us the OG memes, but in the battle for our hearts and screen time, dogs are quietly staging a coup. But have you ever stopped to ask why? What is it about dogs that has allowed them to not just compete with cats, but to secretly start winning the internet? Section 1. A tale of two hashtags. To get the full picture of the canine takeover, we have to look at the data. And the numbers tell a pretty fascinating story. On Instagram, one of the internet's main visual battlegrounds, the hashtag #dog has been used on well over 400 million posts. And cat? A respectable, but noticeably lower, 300 million plus. Now, before the cat people come for me in the comments, let's be clear. Cats were the undisputed pioneers of internet fame. They are the bedrock upon which viral animal content was built. Icons like Keyboard Cat and the eternally unimpressed Grumpy Cat didn't just go viral. They created the very language of the meme. They were the architects. They walked so that dogs could eventually run. The shift isn't really about cats losing their charm. It's about the internet itself changing. The web morphed from static images and forums into a dynamic, video-first world dominated by platforms like TikTok and Instagram Reels. This new landscape needed a different kind of star. On TikTok, the top pet influencer lists are now packed with dogs. Personalities like Doug the Pug have become full-blown celebrities, collaborating with human A-listers and building massive media empires. This isn't to say cats are gone far from it. Accounts like Nala Cat still have millions of followers, but the sheer volume and velocity of dog content has tilted the scales. So, what happened? The answer has less to do with algorithms and more to do with our own brains. Section 2. The psychology of the scroll. There's a scientific reason you feel good after watching a 5-minute clip of a golden retriever. Studies have shown that watching videos of dogs, even on a screen, can significantly lower stress, reduce anxiety, and boost feelings of happiness. Researchers at the University of British Columbia found that watching short videos of therapy dogs produced a stress reduction comparable to an in-person session. Basically, observing a dog, even a virtual one, can trigger the release of oxytocin, the feel-good hormone, while lowering cortisol, the stress hormone. Our screens have become accidental therapeutic devices, and this feeling gets a huge boost from something we all do. Anthropomorphism. That's the fancy word for attributing human traits, emotions, and intentions to non-human things. Dogs are the perfect canvas for this. Their expressive faces, their obvious excitement, their unwavering loyalty. These are all traits we get and admire. When we watch a dog reunite with its owner after 5 whole minutes apart, we're not just seeing an animal. We're seeing pure, unfiltered joy. It's a story of love and devotion that we easily map onto our own human experiences. This is where the content styles split. Cat appeal often comes from their mystery and independence. We laugh at their quirky, sometimes aloof behavior. Their enigmatic vibe is perfect for the static, punchline-driven format of a meme. A picture of Grumpy Cat with a cynical caption? Comedy gold. But the short-form video loop that runs modern social media thrives on a different kind of fuel. Relentless emotional payoff. Dog videos deliver that in spades. They offer a constant IV drip of easy-to-read emotions, joy, loyalty, goofiness, and unconditional love. That's why you can't stop watching. Each clip gives you a small, satisfying hit of positive emotion, compelling you to scroll for the next one. Section 3. The ownership effect and the Gen Z wave. It's not just in our heads, it's also a reflection of our homes. In the United States, more households own dogs than cats. Recent data shows that 51% of US households own a dog, which adds up to about 68 million homes. Cats, meanwhile, live in around 49 million households. That's millions more potential content creators filming their canine companions. There's also a key difference in how we live with them. Dogs are often deeply woven into the fabric of family life. They come on hikes, join us on errands, and star in family activities. This lifestyle makes them inherently more filmable, giving us a constant stream of new settings and scenarios for content. This trend is getting a major boost from a crucial demographic, Gen Z. As of 2025, Gen Z accounts for 20% of all pet-owning households, and they are the fastest-growing group of pet owners. This is a generation that grew up speaking social media as a second language. They heavily rely on platforms like TikTok and Instagram to discover things and share their lives and their pets' lives with a fluency that other generations just don't have. For many in Gen Z, their pet isn't just a companion, but a central character in their online story, often lovingly called their fur baby. This generation is driving the humanization of pets, celebrating their birthdays and investing in their well-being, all of which creates even more content. Section 4. The Influencer Industrial Complex. This flood of content and engagement has created a booming industry, the pet influencer market. What began as a hobby has turned into a legitimate and very profitable career. Why are brands so eager to partner with these furry faces? Because it just plain works. Studies have found that pet influencers can generate stronger consumer responses than their human counterparts, largely because they are perceived as more sincere. This translates to incredible engagement. While rates vary, some estimates suggest engagement for pet accounts can exceed 7%, compared to an average of around 2.4% for human influencers. This high engagement translates directly into trust and spending, especially within the US pet industry, which hit a massive $152 billion in 2024. Dogs are especially well-suited for this new economy. Their general trainability and eagerness to please make them versatile actors for sponsored content. They can pose with products, rock different outfits, and learn to perform specific actions for a TikTok trend or a skit. Influencers like Tucker Budzin, a golden retriever with millions of followers, regularly feature his son, Todd, in funny and elaborate skits that connect with a huge audience. This creates a powerful feedback loop. Brands see the high engagement and invest in dog influencers. That investment leads to more professional, high-quality dog content. That content grabs even more attention, which in turn attracts more brand deals. Dogs aren't just winning our attention, they're winning a rapidly growing share of the multi-billion-dollar influencer economy. So are dogs secretly winning the internet? All the evidence points to a resounding yes. While cats were the trailblazers who gave us the original language of internet humor, dogs have masterfully adapted to today's digital world. Their victory is a perfect storm. It's built on the raw numbers of social media, where their content volume is just bigger. It's driven by our own psychology, as our brains are wired to respond to their expressive and emotionally open behavior, giving us a scientifically backed mood boost with every scroll. It reflects real-world trends, where more of us own dogs and weave them into our daily, filmable lives. And finally, it's all supercharged by a powerful influencer economy that rewards their trainability and charm with brand deals and professional production. This was never about one animal being better than another. It's a story of evolution. Cats were the architects of internet culture, the pioneers of going viral. But as the internet shifted from static memes to dynamic, emotional, short-form video, dogs with their human-focused behaviors and open-book expressions were perfectly equipped to take the throne. So the next time you lose 20 minutes watching a golden doodle review his week, you'll know it's not an accident. It's the final act of a quiet, calculated, and very fluffy coup. So, what do you think? Are you team dog or team cat in the great war for internet supremacy? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this little deep dive, be sure to hit that subscribe button and like the video. It really helps the channel out. Thanks for watching.